All right, Matrixx and Rhodes show. Well, this is a case where you could literally say DEI equals die, because this is setting one of the most dangerous standards I can ever remember, and it's something that's appalling, it's something that's sickening, and it's just gross. So no wonder President Joe Biden is the person that is trying to push this. But it seems if you need a kidney and you're white, you may be effed. I hate to be the bringer of bad news, but that's literally what they are trying to do. And it's hard to believe that is a headline in the United States of America. Biden regime wants to prioritize minorities for kidney transplants to address racial inequities. That's unbelievable. But that's where we're at, folks. I mean, look, this is a racist regime that's in office, this administration. And now if you're whitey, shit, you need a kidney, good luck to you. The Biden regime is taking a racist agenda to the next level with a plan to prioritize minorities for kidney transplants. According to a report over the Washington Free Beacon, Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra wants hospitals to prioritize low-income patients in order to address, quote, racial inequities in the transplant process. The report notes the proposal, which Becerra's agency announced on May 8th, would place 90 of the nation's 257 transplant hospitals into a pilot program that uses an annual point system. Are you kidding? To grade participants. Wow. Under the system, a successful kidney transplant counts as 1 point. A transplant furnished to a low-income patient, however, counts as 1.2 points, thanks to the, quote, health equity performance adjustment, thus incentivizing the hospitals to prioritize such patients. At the end of each year, those points are applied to a transplant quota. Hospitals that meet their quota receive as much as $8,000 per transplant. Those that don't may have to pay up to $2,000 per transplant. While the proposal uses income to categorize patients rather than race, Becerra made it clear that the scoring system is meant to address racial concerns. So he just admitted it. In his statement announcing the proposal, Becerra said it furthered evidence of how the Biden regime was taking, quote, concrete steps to remove racial bias in the transplant process. How in the hell is there any bias in that anyway? I mean, really? I mean, it's sort of a first come, first serve as long as you're healthy enough to withstand the process and you qualify from the standpoint of you're sick enough to need one, yada, yada, yada. Trust me, I know somebody that could probably use one in theory right now. I've heard a lot about this lately. Quote, the organ transplant industry, like every other part of society, is not immune to racial inequities. Black Americans disproportionately struggle with life-threatening kidney disease, yet they receive a smaller percentage of kidney transplants. The Biden-Harris administration is taking concrete steps to remove racial bias when calculating wait times and rooting out profiteering and inequity in the transplant process. Wow, this is crazy. It is not the first time the Biden regime has sought to prioritize needs of minorities across America's healthcare system. Back in 2022, Gateway Pundit reported how the administration was allowing people preferential access to monoclonal antibodies, oral antivirals, and other COVID-19 treatments based on their race and ethnicity. Old Joe himself also claimed that the coronavirus pandemic was a reminder of, quote, structural racism that exists across American society. What a joke. Goes on to talk about the pandemic and, oh my God, unbelievable. Unsurprisingly, is also amplifying the structural racism that is built into so much of our daily lives, our institution, our laws, and our communities. Stop it. Wow. I don't know how you can get much more appalling than whatever this dangerous-ass narrative is. Wow. I mean, I keep saying, in this day and time, white folks are public enemy number one. And if you're white male, shit, forget it. Charge it to the game. Straight and white, you're out of there. Straight white Christian, oh, that's a triple death. I mean, I don't even know what to say to you. Don't even bother showing up at this point. Wow. We have now gotten to the point where kidneys are racist. All right, let's see. What all have I seen racist? Schools are racist. Grading systems are racist. Highways are racist. I saw that because the infrastructure is not right in certain minority neighborhoods, and that holds them back. Wait, what? They can't find themselves out of their own neighborhoods? Voting is racist because evidently minorities can't seem to get an actual ID. And now kidneys are racist. Man, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Look, if you're white and need a kidney, I'm sorry. I mean, sincerely. For real. I'm being serious. I am truly sorry. Because this kind of news is appalling. And it's amazing to me that this kind of thing happens. And I hope when President Trump gets back in the office, you know, I hope they really don't allow things like this to fall through the cracks. Okay, these kind of changes that were made by Biden need to be immediately abolished. Right? If this actually makes it to wherever it needs to go. He basically needs to come in and reverse everything on impact. Seriously. I can't, but we're being just, and by we're, I'm talking about the Biden administration and Democrats, we're just being open and honest about how much we hate white folks now. You know? Seriously. And I've never heard of anybody not getting an organ they needed based on race. Is that a thing? I mean, if they're low income, they probably have like disability or something like that, which would probably pay for the process. I don't know how it works necessarily, but this is gross. Tell me what you think, Matrixx and Rhodes show supporters. DEI equals die. It needs to die. Yeah. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.